have an emergency.
Today on Rescue 911. Terror in the aisles.
All right, everybody down!
A crazed gunman holds an entire supermarket hostage.
And I felt as though this could be the day that we die.
Now the lives of the victims are in the hands of one brave woman.
This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Chesterfield Emergency Service.
They're doing good hands here.
On August 1st, 1987, 22-year-old Ann Atchison and her mother pulled up outside a neighborhood grocery store in Elkhart, Indiana. They didn't notice anything wrong. But Ann and the other survivors who helped reenact the story had only come for groceries. They never expected to become victims. It was just before closing on a Saturday afternoon.
We went up to the front of the store where the checkouts were. And I told my mom to stay there a minute because I had a few things I had forgotten. As I'm walking toward the back, the stock boy walked out real stiff. I knew something was wrong. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but it had occurred to me that it was possibly a gunman because of the look on the stock boy's face. As I was walking up toward the front of the store, I kept thinking to myself, there's a really, really good chance that you're going to get a bullet in your back. All I could think of at that point was that I had to get my mom out of the store.
What? What's wrong?
Come on, we have to go.
But I've got all these groceries.
We've got to go. Do it now. As we were walking into the entrance, I turned around and I motioned to the manager that there was a gun in the back of the store. I knew that he saw me, but I realized that he probably had no idea what I was talking about. All I knew was that I had to leave the store and get to a telephone right away to call the police.
When we continue,
All right, everybody down! On the floor!
When he came down the aisle with Chris, the first thing he said was, "Get down on the floor now." He said, "The life of this boy is in your hands." I believed him too.
She gave me the hand signal, like somebody had a gun in there. So I didn't really know what to do. I kind of panicked, I guess. There was more of an inner panic. I mean, I don't really think the customers knew that I was panicking, but they knew something was going on.
store manager Steve Demers had no time to do anything.
All right, everybody down! On the floor!
When he came down the aisle with Chris, the first thing he said was, "Get down on the floor now." And then he said, "The life of this boy is in your hands." I believed him too.
When I got to the video store, I immediately went up to the manager and I told him that the grocery store next door was possibly being robbed and that I needed to get to a telephone right away. So he dialed 911 and called city police.
911 immediately dispatched the county sheriffs.
457 on progress.
I had just finished up the investigation of a fatal accident, and I heard the phone tone go out. And I heard 57 in progress, which is a possible armed robbery in progress. For some reason, I thought this one was real.
Patrolman John Perry headed to the scene. On a portable phone outside the video store, Ann tried to convince the sheriffs that she had seen a robbery in progress.
And I looked back, I thought there was something else I wanted. And I saw one person first, and they were walking back and forth across the aisle.
37.
And I looked, and there was another guy standing right in back, like up against the guy in front of him.
Okay. Now you're at the video store there.
Yes.
Can you see from there that anyone's leaving?
We saw cars go in and come out, and at this point, there's no one leaving.
All right, everybody stay down!
They were inseparable. They were like Siamese twins. He had the back of Chris's collar, and he had a gun to his head the whole time.
Hostage Chris Hooley's life was in the hands of his best friend, Steve Demas.
Own everything you spill. Get all in there.
So we already cleaned out the outer safe. We got to the inner safe. And he wanted to open, and I just tried to explain to him as calmly as possible that, you know, it'll open up in 15 minutes. There's no other way to get it open. That's when Chris knew his life was in danger.
This safe better open in 15 minutes or I'm gonna
When
have
the
to do
gunman was not looking, Sandy Calkins pulled her 3-week-old baby into the safety of her lap.
There were a few times when his squeaky shoes come by. It would frighten me so bad. A couple of times I almost cracked, and I felt as though this could be the day that we die.
As I pulled out front, it looked like nothing was going on. Everything seemed to be in order. There wasn't any car that parked there. There was somebody waiting for him. Armed robbers normally don't do a job by themselves because of the risk. And there wasn't anything out of order until the time that I walked in and seen the people laying on the floor.
Hold it right
My
there!
heartbeat probably tripled.
Freeze!
Only 4 months out of the academy, Patrolman Brian Lakey was the second sheriff on the scene.
In your mind, you try to almost tell yourself it's not real. You know, this can't be real, but it is real, and it's happening.
Drop it! Drop your gun and come in here. I'll kill everybody here.
I was not going to surrender my weapon under any circumstance, and I knew that I couldn't take a shot without endangering the hostage.
337, dispatch, 57 in progress. Dispatch, all units, 57 in progress, 57 in progress.
All of a sudden, I hear this freeze, and that guy says, "Get out of here or I'm going to kill them all." Good, that's just what we need. We need shot.
You got the keys to the back door?
36, get back around.
I'm standing right by the door. John Perry hollers out. They're heading towards the back. So I know they're coming towards me, and I have to find some place to hide. I didn't feel any fear. It was just kind of an adrenaline pump cruising all through my body. It was a wild feeling. I see that the gun is cocked. He's got the hammer back, and he's ready to do the kid. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to kill the kid.
Shots fired, dispatch. Dispatch, all units, shots fired. Signal 76, subject down. Signal 46 now. Signal 76, subject down. Signal 76, subject down. Request you notify the proper authorities. 337.
Well, then the other cop comes up, and he takes the mask off the person. And that was kind of hard for me when he took the mask off because, you know, as long as he had the mask on, he looked like a monster, you know, sort of. But he takes the mask off, and it's a person then, you know. And it's tough. It's not a good ending, but it's probably the best one that could happen under these circumstances.
The 29-year-old gunman died of his wounds at the hospital. 22 minutes after their ordeal began, all 10 hostages were free.
I'm very, very against killing in any sense, and so that bothered me for a little while, but I was very happy that Officer Lakey handled it the way he did, because there was no doubt in my mind at the time that we were fleeing the scene that the robber was going to kill me. I mean, no matter what happened, whether he got away or not, if he had the opportunity, he was going to shoot me because I had seen his face.
I can't go in that store again. I did it first. I forced myself. I didn't want what the gunman did to interfere with my normal life pattern, but it does. Once you're a victim, you stay a victim.
I got to have a second chance at life. I mean, I know I didn't die or anything, but I came close enough that I'm not going to just throw it away and be mean to other people and just waste my life on drugs and things like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm too lucky to have that option.
I don't think that what I did was anything beyond and above the call of duty. I think anyone in my situation would have done the same thing, or at least should have.
We're still alive, and we thank you. I think each and every one of us thank you for the help that you did for us.